Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Toy Collector Review with me, Sergeant Geek. And once again guys, I made a run to my local Ross store to check out to see what they had in stock. And I came across a couple of Transformer figures that were kind of unique and at the same time a little bit weird. So I thought they'd be interesting to pick up and take a look at today. So guys, today we're going to be looking at Scourge from Rise of the Beast and Scorponok. And along with that, we're going to be taking a look at Megatron. Alright guys, so here we are. Let's go ahead and let's bring out these figures so we can take a look at them right now. First, we got Scourge and Scorponok here. They are from the Beast Alliance line. And then we have Megatron, which shows Transformers Rise of the Beast, which I don't remember him being in, but it shows it as Autobots Unite. But guys, before we take a look at the figures, let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. Here you can see you got an open end of where you can see the figures. Here you got Scourge in robot mode, and then you got a picture here of Scourge and Scorponok combined, which is something these two actually do. Once again, they are part of the Beast Alliance toy line. They are Transformers. Here you got a really cool picture of Scourge from the movie right here, along with the Autobot logo. On the back, you got some product shots of the figure here. As you can see in both modes, he transforms into his truck. And then you got him Beast Alliance suited up with Scorponok. And then you got Scorponok here on the side without him. Obviously, Scorponok does not transform into a bot mode. But we'll get into that here as we go along. Once again, another picture of Scourge right here on the side. A Beast Combiners 2-pack is what it is. You got some more Lego Mumbo Jumbo here at the bottom. And that takes care of that box there. Now let's go ahead and let's take a look at, I guess, the hidden character from Rise of the Beast. Here we have Megatron, and obviously he's in tank mode. This says Autobots Unite, and it actually has one of those little doohickeys in there. Once again, Transformers right on the side. Hey, cool picture of Megatron at the top. And then you got a cool picture of his tank mode there. Once again, another cool picture of Megatron in the bot mode here on the side. And then here you got some product shots of Megatron in both modes. It takes 9 steps to transform him. And obviously this thing is so small that they actually got the instructions written on the back. And this was purchased obviously at Ross for only $3.99. That's one of the reasons why I picked it up. It was such a small little purchase that I thought it'd be cool to actually bring on to the channel today. So guys, that's them in the box. Let's go ahead, let's get them out of the box, and let's take a look at the figures themselves. Alright guys, so here they are outside of the box. Let's go ahead, let's get a closer look at the figures, and then let's take a look at some of the articulation, starting with Scourge. Now as you can see here, he does have some detail, but he's pretty much a solid color here. Now, this would be a cool figure for somebody who's especially got some artistic skills to actually go ahead and paint them up and get some detail on them. As you can see around the legs and everything, he does have some chains and all that. But pretty much, he's just one solid molded piece. As you can see here, he's pretty much hollow in the back. And then you got the truck portion there at the bottom of the legs. Kind of different from the Scourge we had last time. That one was actually different. The truck top was actually on the backpack. But here he is right here. And then, well, let's take a look at the articulation real fast. Obviously, the head doesn't move or anything. His shoulders are at a ball joint. He doesn't have any elbows. So there's no articulation there. He does have a little bit of articulation in the claw there. As you can see, it's on a ball joint, so you can't kick it to the side. Not really sure what purpose that serves, but it's just there. And he has another ball joint for this shoulder here. Now, his legs are on ball joints as well, as you can see down here. That's pretty much as far as it can go out to the side. He can go forward, 90 degrees forward. And he can go back almost 90 degrees, if not a little bit more. As you can see here. Now let's see. He does have kind of a tilt here for the knee. Not much of a bend, but it is there. And I believe that bend is just there pretty much for the transformation. But that's Scourge right there. Now let's go ahead. Let's take a look at Scorponok, which really not much to him, as he's pretty much just a power suit. As you can see, he's got the tail there. He's got some detail on him. You got the legs back there, which really are all together, molded together. There's no independence there. You got the hole on the bottom. Now the articulation, pretty much all it is right here in the arms. And that's it. Oh, and the tail up here. Yeah, you can bend the tail a little bit. That's pretty much it. Let's put him back. Now, let's take a look at Megatron here. Megatron's almost like a core class size figure. But as you can see here, he does have a lot of articulation. I mean, not articulation, my bad. He does have a lot of detail. As you can see here, he does kind of look like the Megatron from the Transformers movie, which is really cool, except you got that tank barrel sticking out the back there, which I kind of wish they actually did something to actually fold that up. Would have been really cool. Nice detailing to him. You can see the logo there on the leg. Detail on the tracks. Now this, once again, this is something that someone with artistic skills can actually do some shadowing and give Megatron a lot more detail. As you can see, he can turn his head left to right. Now the arms can go up or down. They can't go out to the side. And he does have a little bit of an elbow bend there with no twist. Now let's get the arms up. The legs, he can go out to the side like 90 degrees, as you can see here. And he can go out forward. It kind of looks 90 degrees, but it's hard to tell the way the feet are set up. It's kind of hard to tell. But he really doesn't have any knee bend at all either. Now, foot articulation, he does have this right here, which I guess you could count as a toe. And that's pretty much it for articulation on Megatron. Like I said, he's about the size of a core class figure, so that's probably where I'm going to stick these guys on the shelf. And Megatron comes with this right here. It's a weird little doohickey. You actually push this button down, and then you got the wheel that spins there. And it doesn't make any sparks or lights up or anything. But that's something that goes with him on his transformation. So we'll take a look at that here in a minute. So guys, let's go ahead, let's transform these guys, and let's take a look at their alt modes.
We now return to the Transformers.
What about attack?
6 shots will stop him. 6 shots at one robot army. He's a jet fighter.
That's 1.
The rocket car.
That's 2.
He's a tank.
3.
The winged wolf.
4.
A laser pistol.
5.
And a robot.
That's 6. 6 shots my name.
There's never been a Transformer like him.
The Transformers are much more than meets the eye.
I can do 4. I got 3. I figured out 5.
6 Shot, the most challenging Transformer of them all, from Hasbro. We now return to the Transformers.
Alright guys, really fast before we actually take a look at their alt modes, let's take a look at Scourge and Scorponok's combined mode. As it is right here, let's go ahead and get a closer look. As you can see here, it is really cool. Scourge gets a really cool helmet. The scorpion tail actually becomes a weapon here for Scourge as well, as the arms become guns on the side like shoulder cannons. Really mounts up really easy. We'll get to that at another date. But once again, this does look really cool. It makes it look like he's armored up really nice. And it does kind of remind me of like the back in the day with the Action Force and the Pretenders and stuff like that. And there was another set of Transformers that actually took 2 of them to combine in order to make the robot. Kind of reminds me of that as well. But very cool nevertheless. But let's go ahead and let's take a look at their alt modes. Alright guys, so here they are in the alt modes. Let's go ahead and let's check them out. Let's see what they got right, what they got wrong. And to start it off, let's go ahead and let's take a look at Scourge. Now Scourge pretty much is a truck, as you can see here. And it is pretty much just a giant blob of brown, like missing parts of the grill there due to the transformation. And on the back there is pretty much a cramped up robot on there. It's not the greatest here. I've seen a lot better, especially with the core class and stuff like that. This is like to me, God's honest truth, is like half-ass. They just slapped it together. Now the Megatron one is a lot better in my opinion. He does kind of remind me of a tank from the movie. One thing is, I don't remember his head just sticking out in the front like that. kind of weird. Maybe in one of the studios or something like that, it was happening, but kind of odd. I don't have another Megatron like this to make comparison, but this one does look pretty good. You can see the jets on the jets on the wings. All in all, it is a nice design. The only thing with this one is that little engine block in the back, which pretty much all you do is push it down, and now Megatron can take off. Well, let's go ahead and let's get Megatron back. Now, other than that red thing in the back, this is a good Megatron figure, and it will make a great addition to my core class. The Scorponok and Scourge, really not too sure. And guys, this is where we're going to end the video for today. Alright guys, that pretty much wraps up another episode of Toy Collector Review. Now when it comes to the Beast Alliance, Scourge, and Scorponoks, and the Autobots Unite Megatron, are they worth adding to your collection? Now, first off, with the Scourge and Scorponoks, I really don't think they're worth being added to any collectible shelf, but they are playable figures that you can give to some young collectors out there, or young toddlers that are into Transformers. These things will be great for them to play with. They're not very expensive, so these guys can actually destroy these things and not cost an arm and a leg. And for those of you guys who like to detail and customize figures, these things are pretty much very few colors in them. Lots of detail, but the details are hidden behind the colorlessness of the figures. So if you got that artistic touch and maybe you like customizing figures, these might be the figures to actually grab and do some customizations on, get those details popping. That would be really cool to actually do with this figure. And when it comes to the Megatron figure is pretty cool. The only thing I don't like about it is that big red block in the back. Now for young collectors out there, that would be really cool for them because they can send Megatron flying across the kitchen floor. But I'm gonna see if I can actually try to transform Megatron in a way where I don't need to put that block in him, and get him to actually go on my core class shelf until Hasbro actually releases some sort of core class Megatron from the Bayverse. But guys, that's all I got to say on these figures right now. And once again, we come to that point in the video where if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, become a member of this channel, hit that bell notification so you can be notified every time I put out a new video, and share these videos on all your social media platforms. And guys, if there's anything in particular you would like to see on this channel, go ahead and hit me in the comment section below, and I will do my best to get that out there for you guys. And guys, once again, don't forget to smash that like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. And I'm Sergeant Geek, and I'm signing off.